Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless and it is love based. It's been a while. Your girl's been living her life, but I know we talked about doing, if you guys were interested, one of those readings where we see like what it is you need to know. I'll try to get one of those out soon. I should have some free time to get one of those out for you, but I did want to keep our content rolling since it's been so long and get you guys a love reading. Some people suggested that we do like one for pure singles, and you know I'm all about my singles, so I will try, but because I'm channeling messages and I don't want to control them or manipulate them in any way, I try to restructure the questions so that we can try to get that as the dominant energy. But it really depends on the audience. This is audience driven. So like, you know, time is true, not true, infinite, you know what I mean? Like past, present, future all intermingle. So if most of the people that are always going to encounter these videos in any timeline are connected to someone, which a lot of you are always just connected to people, that's just kind of how it happens. But I do try to read and slip in my singles because I like to look out for y'all. So I'm gonna hop right into what it is. We're gonna look at what's next in love, right? Your next crush. So that's like leading with that energy, right? And so I'll just hop right into the pile selection. So this is the point in the reading in which those of you that are visually impaired, or if you simply like to listen to me describe the piles so that you can make your selection, this is now. So pile one is the chocolate scoop of ice cream. It's got fudge drizzled on the top. Pile two is the strawberry or cherry ice cream with the either strawberry or cherry syrup drizzled on top, whichever is yours. Use your imagination. And then pile three is the vanilla, actually specifically looks like French vanilla ice cream with the caramel drizzled on the top. So I will give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile one. If you selected chocolate and fudge, this is your reading. Let's see what's next in love and let's see your next crush. Now, here's the thing. And it must be a lot of alignments because right when I started this reading, I forgot to say it in the intro, which is fine because only half of you watch it anyway. There was a lot of noise. Someone was cutting grass, but right when I went to film, it got really quiet. As you can see, no sound. So clarity, it was set at 27 seconds. So 27 could be a relevant number for you. You could be a knife path 9 or something like that. And then I sat down, and when I got ready for pile one, I have a candle. It's nothing chaotic. It's like an ancestral candle. So but it crackled, and you know when those candles crackle, that's a conversation happening, that's a message coming through. So listen to your dreams, listen to your intuition. If you're seeing signs and synchronicities, definitely the case. You'll see a lot of those when your next love, crush, all of the things are coming in. You're going to see a lot of those because that ancestral candle was beginning to crackle and talk. So that's a spirit guide communicating with you, pile one. And you may be getting those messages via various sources. Now, when I said that, the screen on my laptop that I'm using for the thumbnail went out. So it's like something's gonna go out, something's gonna go dark, something's gonna go like just go away, and then boom, new beginnings. So this could be good. I'm feeling optimistic about getting the messages that you guys really want to get from me. So I do want to lead with this oracle deck. It is the Wisdom of the Oracle. I haven't used it frequently in a while. I'm going to hop into this tarot deck. I have a few love-based oracle decks, and then I'm going to close it out with this one because this is a bit of a raw deck. And so I want to close with it because it may say something chaotic, but that's good because we want the good, the bad, the ugly, the gritty. We want to know all of the stuff. So let's hop into my chocolate ice cream scoop. What is next in love for my chocolate ice cream, my fudge ice cream? What's their next crush? Let's talk about the next love for them. Give me a message, please. I'm telling you though, you already are going to experience a lot of signs and synchronicities as this energy comes through. For sure, because this is a lot of alignment. You're going to be having messages from ancestors, spirit guides, both, right? So I want to get one card. Please tell me about. And you know what? You're not going to really have to fight for it. It's going to do one of these, right? It's going to slip or it's going to stand out. This person may just kind of stand out, maybe very clear, right? In a pile, very clear, standing out to you specifically. So let's see what this message is. Still remembering this deck, so we may need the book. It says time to go. I did mention the clothes, right? I did mention the clothes. She's walking towards the door. She's walking along a path. I mentioned that number 9. You have 45, which is 9. And so it could be the closing of a cycle, finishing of a cycle, but it says time to go. It could very well be an emotional release. It could be a spiritual evolution. It could be closing out one connection and stepping into another. It could be physically relocating somewhere. It could be switching spaces, homes, right? Changing who you are. It could be any type of growth, but it is growth. It may not seem that way because the images are a little bit ominous. It may not feel like a positive shift in some instances for some of you, but it will be very much necessary. So let's see what the book has to say. I know there are key words for this card. Let's see where it is. I think I'm almost there. There we go. It says time to go, and it says endings, completions, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. And it is say that you're at the end of one journey and have not yet began the next, okay? And it says this is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There's nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. That candle is crackling again. So that is an ancestral message, Pauline. Okay, that is a spirit guide message. Whatever your religion, whatever your faith, that is a message saying, let the cycle close. Even if you feel like you're in transition, you're not quite sure where you're going, that is leading you there. So this is bigger than like Crush. I'm telling you, I need to get that reading out, but I know you guys don't watch it as much. So because I haven't been putting out as many readings, I've been trying to do the ones you will watch. But I promise I'm gonna have a little more free time. I'm not gonna be running around as much. So I'm going to do some non-love readings, because you know those are my favorite if you're familiar with me. So I'm going to do one, I promise. But yeah, just let it fall, let it go, let it crumble, let it move. Go where you're meant to go, right? Like you don't have to know where that is right now, but just know that it's taking you to what's next in love for you, okay? 27 is definitely a relevant number. I said that at 5 minutes, 27 seconds. Definitely a relevant number for you, okay? Could be the number 9. That's the most important thing, okay? I'll glance at the bottom, but I'm not going to place it on the table. Look at that. 47. Go the distance. The finish line is almost there. You're in transition. If you feel stuck, just let it go. Do what you're doing, but you're almost there. Go the distance. And you're almost at your next love. You're almost at your next crush. Whatever, if it's positive, if it's negative, experiences that you need to release, just roll with it, okay? And especially those of you, since you know, I'm leading with the singles energy. Some of you, it could be releasing old connections and just letting it fall. And it doesn't have to just be romantic now. Some of you have like random people that don't need to be sharing your energy. So let those people go, and then you'll be having a new, because I'm getting this pile, because with this door, it's a door to kind of like a new life. It's not just like a new love, a new crush. It's more like new experiences, like a new era, right? A victory of some sort with that finish line there at the go the distance. You're sprinting towards something. So if you don't feel like you're sprinting towards something, just, it's happening much sooner than you think, okay? So tell me more about my chocolate fudge ice cream. Tell me more about that. What's next in love? Some of you, because we talk past, present, future, right? Past, present, and coming. If you do not feel like you're sprinting, you're in the transition. If you don't feel like you're at the transition yet, it's coming, right? Some of you have not stepped into that releasing energy yet. That may be a little sad for you. It may be a little melancholy period, but once you clear it, because some of you are asking for energy that you don't have the space for, right? You've got a lot of blockages. You've got a lot of energies around you that are taking up space that no longer serve you, like the book said. So like you're kind of stagnating, and once you stop stagnating, You'll be consciously aware of it, and then you'll be like, you know what, it's time to move forward, and it'll be great. Like, it's gonna, like some of you, it's gonna come after that, right? Like a bit of a personal hiatus. You'll clear a lot of things, okay? So let me see. Tell me more about what's next in love. 8 of Crystals. Dedication and progress. And we talked about progression. So again, what's next in love with you will come during some type of progression, during or after some form of work, right? Could be moving for like work, and doesn't have to be this huge career thing. It could just simply be a relocation, because this is like day-to-day energy, this eight of crystals. It's not like a major arcana energy, but it is dedication and progress. So some milestone, some step, some, and like not a leap necessarily, could be will go to distance, but some step you'll take, and that'll put you in that position for what's next in love for you. Okay, I will say though, your person will be very different, hence this time to go, hence this releasing energy. You will be a different version of yourself, and that's important, because you will need to be a different version of yourself to be ready for your next connection or the next stage of your connection. Because I'm not going to ignore those of you where you're lingering, right? Like it is an evolution of some sorts, right? Releasing what no longer serves you, aspects of yourself that no longer apply to the things that you want. And so working hard, progressing. I do see with dedication and progress, you working very hard on something, whether it be yourself, your spirituality, your literal career, your business. You'll be working very hard on something when your next love comes in, when you experience your next crush. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It just means busy, right? And not even in like a overwhelming sense. I hope this card does not call me a liar. Sometimes my cards do that. But it just means, because 8 of Crystals is very efficient. It is a card of working towards something that will be successful, right? And it's doing so effectively and efficiently in a, like, I'm hearing time management, but like it just means that you're not wasting time in the way you're doing it. You're doing it the most optimal way, so that you're not wasting time, right? And I do feel like this next connection will be one that does not waste your time, or you won't be wasting this person's time, right? It'll be effort applied. So especially with the releasing, if you're releasing energy and you're letting go of things that may have not been fulfilling or productive with the 8 of Crystals, you're stepping into an energy where what's next in love for you will be very, very productive. 3 of Acorns, foresight, exploration. We talk about that traveling energy, right? I know this is an animal deck, but I still feel like the zoo could be relevant for some of you. That's a very specific message. I don't know why. I know it's an animal deck, but just roll with it. Just roll with it. I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but foresight, exploration, like some of you are reaching a point, or will be reaching a point, where you realize it's time to let something go. Some of you will encounter your next love and will begin to release a lot of things to be ready for it, right? That's what I'm seeing. Or this could be incoming energy, as in you've already begun this process and there's someone coming in, right? Long term, when you see someone you could be with long term, you know, in the future, you can see the future you could build together, you know, foresight, exploration, being more effective with your life, your habits, your routine, and the way you pursue romantic connections. And like I said, it's a mirroring effect. You could be on either side, but I feel like this person that is coming next for you in love is going to be serious, right? Like they're going to release things that are not beneficial to themselves and any connections they tend to pursue. They're going to be very effective with their time and their energy and their pursuits. And they're going to have a good vision, a good long term. Like this is someone that's going to make it very clear what their intentions are long term. Love that for you. So let me get one more. I'll take the bottom and we'll hop right into those oracle decks. Tell me more about my chocolate fudge ice cream scoop. What is next in love for them? Okay, I'll take 2. It's going to be very good. Like I'm telling you, some of you, this time to go is very sad. Maybe like even like moving and all of the things, like away from something. Some of you could even be traumatic, but it just feels like a complete shift with this wheel. Now this one came out first, so let's see what it is. The Queen of Feathers, perception, truth. So I feel with this release, a lot of you, and it's Queen of Feathers, but that's not gender specific, right? Take it how it feels for you, however you identify. Queen of Feathers is very receptive, right? But very logical, right? It says perception and truth. You'll be able to see very clearly what it is you do and don't want in your next love, in your next crush. And so you'll be able to discern where to apply your energy, right? With Eight of Crystals, you'll see what and who you'd like to entertain. I said attain. Wow, like a goal. So you may have like a specific person in mind at some point in the near future that is like, wow, this is someone that, you know, that I feel like is on my level, right? So it could be that. But when I say, the word I meant to say was entertain, right? And some of you, this next person, your next love, next crush will be someone that seeks to attain you. Like they're trying to elevate to your level because they see you as something or someone with a lot to offer, and they would like to do that as well. Again, very productive, clear energy here, because this is not going to be a person that, notice there's not a lot of feelings, right? This is going to be a very logical person, very clear communicator, someone that acts not quickly, but with a plan. These are planning cards, right? Eight of Crystals is a building. Three of Acorns is a long-term vision. This is someone that's going to make it very clear where they're headed, because time to go is also traveling. It's moving forward energy. Where are we going? That's the energy. And the wheel is change, possibilities. This is the Wheel of Fortune, right? Your only major arcana so far. So the number 10 of completion, of new beginnings. And it's going to be an energy of, okay, what do we need to change, right? Changing, shifting, going. Where do we need to change? Where do we need to shift? Where do we need to accommodate and compromise with one another? That's going to be your next love. It's very practical energy. Like there's a little bit of passion with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Acorns, but this is a very logical person. We'll pull more cards to see, but honestly, I'm gonna be very honest with you, Pawan. I know some people are like, yeah, tell me about the passion. Tell me about the passion. I do see some with exploration, but with time to go and the weight of that card based on the message, to the point where you've needed to grow and evolve spiritually, especially rapidly with go to distance. Some of you needed to move. Some of you needed to like shift careers. Some of you needed to change and become a whole new person due to any like just experiences overall. So like, and I do believe that this is all soul growth based, right? Like some of you, it could be a connection. Others of you, it's your soul growth. Remember, I have this ancestral card here that is talking to us. This is some ancestral energy. So it could be ancestral trauma. It could be generational curses, all of the things where you're healing possibly your bloodline. So you need a bit of a break. You need some logical stability after whatever period of time that you've persevered. So this grounded energy is going to stabilize you. So that's what you have coming in for this person. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And it is with the Queen of Feathers. It's not the King of Feathers. There is some receptive energy. Like queens are water. So it is some nurturing energy. But it's all about honesty and clarity and just being sure and having a plan, you know, and details, all of those things, right? Air placements I see and fire. So we have Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. I don't know why I said Aries last. That could be a reason. And then I see Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius so far. At the bottom, we've got the moon. I mentioned emotions, and here we are with this Pisces, sometimes Cancer energy, and it says imagination and perception, right? So this person may not be the most expressive, right? Because while the moon is deeply emotional, deeply feeling, this will be someone that deeply cares about you. They lead from a place of logic. I don't get any toxic energy. I get, I'm not gonna lie, Power One. I don't want to say it like this, but I feel like some of you may actually be the more tormented of the two of you. Hence why you have whatever Tower or Purge happening will occur, you know, stepping into prior to meeting this person, because this person's very grounded and stable. And so it feels like, you know, they feel very deeply, but they have it together. Okay. They have it together. They may not be as expressive as some of you may want, especially if you're deeply feeling. I see. But the feelings are there. They're just not They do not wear their heart on their sleeve, this person that we're talking about, okay? So let me pull. Let's talk about it. My chocolate fudge ice cream scoop. Let's talk about it. And that one went whoop-de-doo. Let me grab it. All right, Sagittarius. Again, optimism, exploration, and freedom. Okay. I do see travel, okay? I already saw it with Time to Go. I already saw it with Three of Acorns. Honestly, even the Wheel of Fortune, there is some travel involved, whether it is permanent relocation, whether it is like literally traveling to a trip, traveling for any elevation of some form, because Jupiter also rules luck. So it could be like Sagittarius Jupiter energy of luck. It could be academic based because this is ninth house. It could be traveling to learn something new, just in general, a new skill, just broadening your perspective. It could be a new spiritual journey, or it could be a career move, right? It could, but an elevation of some sort, but it's going to feel very lucky, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you could literally be financially based in a positive sense, like in a elevation of finances with the Wheel of Fortune, as well as the Sagittarius energy here. Interesting. I'm going to take the bottom, South Node, destined to release, which is hilarious because when I decided I wasn't pulling another, I was like, I might shift Sagittarius here and put South Node here, and look at that placement. Time to go, destined to release. Past energy. Now, I don't, please do not shoot the messenger. The best part is that it's not the dominant energy, okay? But there is some history here. Now, a lot of you, most of you, the dominant energy is releasing. Once you release some past trauma, could be ancestral trauma, generational curses. It could be just past like trauma of your own, past life trauma, whatever your beliefs are, right? Especially with the spiritual ascension and Sagittarius energy, right? It talks about you stepping into that energy after that. Okay. And some of you, it's not a timeline thing of, oh, you release this and now you're ready for what's next in love. Some of you, what's next in love is the triggering energy of that, right? It could follow this triggering energy, or it will be the triggering energy, right? I'm not gonna lie, some of you it feels like a divine connection, but those of you, I'm gonna touch on it, but I don't want to like lead with it. There is some past influences, like destined to release, time to go. But the South Node is where we're comfortable, right? Releasing your comfort, releasing control, releasing what you know, because the Moon card is Pisces energy of the subconscious mind, aspects of yourself that you may not be ready to face, aspects of other people that you may not be ready to face. Those are the themes here surrounding what's next. And I don't mean to make it seem traumatic, because the experience of what's next in love for you in and of itself is not traumatic. It is very stable and grounded. But it feels like prior to this, whether that is past, whether that's you now, whether that's you stepping into the energy of realizing and awakening to that, you are not stable, especially emotionally enough for this connection. Okay? At some point prior, and you'll know what I'm talking about when it happens, because right, clearing of that space, clearing those comfort zones. And some of you, it is a circling back, because Three of Acorns is a journey. The Wheel of Fortune is a journey, right? Some of you, that is what it is. Long term though, it's not short term. So that's how you know if where you fall. If we're talking about what's next, I try not to look beyond like a year, because that's just so many variables. And honestly, a year is a bit long for what's next in something, unless you don't like leave the house. If you don't go anywhere, I can't help you. But the reality is, when we talk about a circling back, where there is a past influence that may be incoming or coming back, right? It is not tomorrow, next week, unless we're talking about a connection where all of this has already occurred, maybe a year, maybe two ago, and then a circling back. That is like enough time for you and this person to be totally different people, okay? Like, because it's not even the same person anymore. Hence why it's the dominant energy is new. So I'll leave you with that if that resonates for you. But the dominant energy is releasing who you once were, releasing the areas where you were comfortable to step into your North Node, who you're meant to be. Okay. Honestly, a lot of you, this is Interesting. So you may have a north or south node in fire or air, either side, right? If this is your pile, that, because those were the dominant energies that got prior to that moon. Okay. It could even be Pisces energy. But yes, so releasing and moving forward. I will say, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of you, it is a growth. It is either a physical move or deeply, deeply spiritual growth. Okay, something shifting. There is a move involved, whether it's a physical one or otherwise. So let's pull from these love-based oracles and get more messages from my chocolate fudge scoop. I'm like, where are you going? I'm trying to figure out where you're going. I mentioned possibly work, school, just a spiritual growth overall. But I'm like, where are you going, pile one? Tell me more about what's next in love for my pile of ones. This love is more about your growth and evolution. Some of you needed to grow to be able to and heal possible ancestral, past life, personal baggage to even be able to connect with someone on this level. Because the moon is very deep. It's as deep as it goes. It's energy of again, connecting so deeply with someone. That's 12th house synastry. And it's also again, the areas of your life where the aspects of yourself where you're not really privy to. Other people with placements in the house may see you back more clearly than you do. That's why it's the house of hidden enemies. All right, let's see. What did I just say? Past life, relationship. You have known this person before. So that's why I've gotten that past energy. Some of you, it is past life. With South Node, this is a soulmate, twin flame, whatever you label, that is coming in from what people believe, whether you believe it or not. People would consider this to be a past life connection. Okay. Or it could very well be someone from the past in this life. I know y'all don't like it when I say that. Some of you don't like it when I say that, but it's the reality. And the good news is that if that is the case, not even the same, like you don't know this person. They do not know you. And I don't believe that this is the case for anyone that's like current, right? Because I'm asking what's next. So if you plan to be like years to yourself until somebody comes out, that's you. But realistically, I say my timeline for these readings is within a year. So if this is a past energy, this is a long ago. This trauma was a long ago. It's not new. Okay. Nothing about this is new if we're talking about a previous person. Now, this new person feels very familiar, right? What's next in love with you is someone that feels so familiar. Even if you don't have a history, there's just so much you have in common. You're just connecting on a level that doesn't make any sense. It's very intense. Not super passionate, but again, you do have 12th house themes of merging. So be cognizant of like codependency and merging too closely together. Because sometimes with those placements, with that moon energy and a connection, it can feel like you lose sight of where you begin and this person ends. So definitely be mindful of that. You do have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So this will be a person I mentioned earlier that is very, very clear with their intentions, of what they desire, of what they want with you. They'll talk with you. This is someone that will want to talk to you all the time. This is someone that will actively communicate with you. Like this is someone that will say good morning, good afternoon, good night, like all the time, right? Especially in the very early stages. So like, but again, past life, your conversations will feel so familiar. Talking to one another will be very, very easy, right? It won't be difficult at all because something about the way you communicate with this person, it will flow. So let's talk about it. Give me another card. What's next in love for my chocolate fudge scoop? Okay. One more. I do have a couple more decks that I want to check in on. Law of attraction. So I will say, where is it? I was getting this energy, foresight and exploration, kind of like a manifestation. Like some of you are manifesting a connection of this nature. Some of you, this person is manifesting a connection of this nature. Or if those of you, that handful of you where this is past energy, like a specific person, because it says we attract what we are. Use the law of attraction to manifest your perfect match by being the perfect match to yourself first. That's all of that baggage and clearing energy, like you stepping into an energy of attracting the kind of partner you deeply desire. right? A healthy connection, because this is a healthy connection, I will say, if you're not used to that. Excuse me. At the bottom, you have family and friends. The support of family and friends may help strengthen this connection. Okay. I love this energy. So, you may connect with this person via friends, via family, via network. It could be close friends, it could be acquaintances, it could be while traveling, it could be while working, it could be while building, planning something. It could be like even here, like family reunions, since we're visiting the past and we're talking about ancestors. Could be some type of cultural community event, and those are the types of environments. Something where we're exploring history in the past for sure, or something that has had a big part in your history or your past, right? You two may connect on something that's deeply pivotal in your pasts, right? Your history, right? So, but I do see family and friends and conversations being key and pivotal to what's next in love for you, like for getting this thing rolling, okay? But something about needing the support of family and friends is important, okay? Like I feel like even with that coming out with law of attraction, that's like the bridge. Is some of you, it's the family friends. I can see that handful of you where it's like past life, like past history there. It's those people kind of trying to close that bridge. But I do feel like, what is that? Is a message, right? It may start with a message, okay? All right, Pal One. So I am back. Had to step aside for a second, but I do have. It's interesting because I feel like it has to do with a message. And like I was pausing, but I was also distracted. But I was also pausing and channeling at the same time. And I feel like this person, like what's next in love for you, like part of the engagement will be messages from like family and or friends to kind of like this could be like family and or friends setting you up, or it could be like this person's interested in you or you're interested in them, and like start asking their friends, their family, or you're asking they're asking your friends, your family, on what you like and how to engage you. Because I feel like while the communication is very clear, maybe at first with the moon there's confusion of whether or not you're interested in them, or like it could be your side where you're confused. So I'm getting that, okay? And like someone may be asking for like instructions on how to engage the other, and I just really got that. But law of attraction feels like, oh, you guys make a perfect match, and the family and friends are just love the coupling. Like people love the coupling, especially those nearest and dearest to you, okay? So let me okay, yeah, let's pull the Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle, and then I'll close it out with that other deck to see if we get kind of message we get from that one. So tell me more about my chocolate fudge ice cream scoops. What's next in love for them? Okay, there's a stack. I'll take them both. Yeah, so there's an elusive energy here. So it could be like that moon energy of not really being sure in the early stages. Or it could just be a private connection, right? Where it let's see, elusive. Yeah, it just feels like there's a little bit of a confusion. And those of you where it is a past person, it doesn't necessarily feel like an ex. It could be, but some of you, this elusive energy is the timing never worked out historically. That's where that past energy came from. Like you may have, like for example, if this is like a friend, like a true friend, not the other stuff you guys do, but like someone that you've encountered, or a friend of a friend, or a friend of a family member, and like you never connected. You moved, they moved, you traveled, school, work, all of the things, and it's just been elusive. There's something pulling you two back together with law of attraction, and then you have loyalty, as in like what's for you is always for you with loyalty. Some of you, it could be that loyalty has been elusive to you in the past, been difficult for you to find connections that are loyalty based. But I did mention That's where all those messages are coming from. That's why ancestral candle is crackling for your reading. Community. This is not just a connection that's coming in. This is community. Maybe that's why I'm getting like spiritual ascension and possibly physical relocation for some of you. Like you'll be moving spaces for sure. Like it doesn't have to be an actual move, but you'll be stepping into new, right? Schools, clubs, community endeavors. Like you'll be stepping into cultural environments that support you, right, with family and friends and heart-to-heart conversations. Like it's the loyalty that's been elusive to you. You'll definitely get that clarity, right, especially if you've been around like moon elusive sneaky energy around. Like you'll move beyond that, and then you'll find love in that space, but you'll also get a lot more with that ancestral candle talking. That's what all of that chatter is, right? Like this is something your spirit guides, your ancestors, whatever your faith is kind of wanting you to step into an environment where you're deeply nurtured, where you can grow, right? Where you can be comfortable, but not be stuck in your limited perspective, where you can evolve. Golden moments, exactly. Golden moments. That's what you're stepping into. I see kind of golden moments as like a golden anniversary energy to a certain degree. So it's like this is somewhere where you'll this is I keep saying place, but this is a connection that will actually create a lot of golden moments for a long time. Like your next love, your next crush is going to be a long-term connection, whether it leads to like a marriage, lifelong commitment, or if it's just years, 3 whatever years, right? You'll make a lot of family, you'll maintain a lot of family and friends via this connection. So you'll be really blessed with a lot more than just a crush or love, right? When this energy steps in. I love that for you. Sorry, I don't mean to knock that. But the key words are elusive and loyalty, okay? For sure. So let me get one card from this deck and we'll see what is the final message. I'll make this like a key relationship thing because this is a relationship deck. What is the key message for my pile 1 chocolate fudge scoop that they need to know about what's next in love for them? Love it. Just leapt out. We'll take the bottom. Let me see. I don't know. I feel a need to look before I see what that is. It is going to be a journey. I'll give you that. It'll be a journey. You'll grow. You'll evolve. You'll become a lot more intelligent. You'll become a lot more spiritually aware. You'll become more straight and narrow, because I'm like straightening up the camera. Like this connection, how long term, I feel it being relatively long term for you, regardless of how it ends. But I do see it being lifelong for some of you as well. It will stick with you, right? Whatever you grow, learn, even if this is not your person, it will stick with you. You will be a different person stepping in and stepping out of this connection if it ends prior to, what you expect. Okay, there's another clarifying message. I may need that. So law of attraction and elusive. If love has been elusive to you, very closely coming in, okay? All right. Self-love. Love that, okay? It says you must find happiness within yourself before you're able to find it with someone. You are enough. And that is that letting go and that destined to release, right? That attracting. You attract, that's why it's there. It's been elusive because I hate saying that, because I believe every truth is a half truth. So people are like, you don't love yourself, so you can't attract healthy love. Well, like, that's not necessarily 100% truth, but you are more likely to attract some chaotic situations, that elusive moon, sneaky maneuvering energy, disloyal energy, when you are not rooted and grounded in your self-love appreciation. So I don't want to because it seems like placing blame on people for possible past experiences, things that may have been done to them, or you know what I mean, like things you just go through. So I don't want to say that it's like you don't love yourself. That's why like this has been elusive. That's not true. But that said, when you feel very deeply and passionately about yourself and your life, which I do see you purging, clearing, stepping into a evolving, ascending energy, you can have more appreciation for yourself and your life, and you'll attract more people that have more appreciation for you and your life in the same. Okay. But yeah, definitely some self-love. And this is also saying, I guess, advice of making sure that you're not necessarily waiting for love, especially if you're like loner. I can get some loner energy from this pile of, maybe you're not around family and friends, or maybe you move away from family and friends. Maybe you're seeking community as well as love, like love of all sources. What you can do now is kind of step into that energy towards the self. And then as you do that, you can find hobbies and goals and things that bring you joy and pleasure, so that you'll be able to step into this environment very soon. Very soon. I do not look for these beyond a year. Now, I'm not saying that if you find this reading in a year that your timeline is up. These are timeless. I mean, like within a year of when you find this message and it resonates for you, okay? So it's complicated. Well, maybe self-love, maybe your past, maybe, but that's life, right? It says many external factors are complicating this relationship, making it difficult to take things to the next level. I really hate that this is stepping in, but we'll talk about it from both the singles perspective as well as that energy that some of you don't want me to talk about. So if this is a past person, all right, I mentioned a lot of time passed by, right? We have external factors complicating a connection, making it difficult, elusive, right? That moon, it could be traveling, distance, all of the things, right? Loyalty could be a factor for some of you, whatever it is, right? Don't worry about it. Self-love, it is the best love. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying that like that. And I don't mean to downplay any trauma you've experienced, but I'm just saying, like, things that have been complicated. I think I kind of touched on that a little bit earlier, where it's been difficult, where things haven't quite aligned. The law of attraction, let me move this, is here to say that divine timing, when things are aligned for it to happen. And so that's for those of you where it's been a missing timelines. And it doesn't have to be chaotic or scandalous. Some of you, small percentage maybe. But most of you, it's just family, friend of a friend, or a true friend. And timelines didn't match for you to be the thing. And that timeline is coming into play now of the attraction, right? Of its meaning to happen in the right golden moment. Now, those of you where it's not that energy, we're talking about past life connection, a soul journey, a reconnecting of souls in this life that may be from a past life, if you believe in that. It's saying this person may very much trigger you to value yourself. Not necessarily that they'll do anything chaotic. Some of you, I'm not gonna lie, maybe, but I see the dominant energy being that you're not used to someone that behaves this way with the Wheel of Fortune towards you. Like, it feels like a healthy connection. I think I mentioned earlier, you may be the chaotic one. You're not used to someone treating you that way, right? In a healthy way. And it's triggering you and bringing up all the areas where you will need to heal. Okay? So just be cognizant of that. So let's see what's at the bottom. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Just as things surface, just roll with it and allow it to process it and heal it. Some of you may need therapy, counseling, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know, Reiki healing, all of the healings that they have out, like, explore that. So you have at the bottom, devil in disguise. Someone may appear like an angel but has a hidden dark side. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes. See, this is why I like this deck. It's a bit gritty, I'm not gonna lie, but this is why I bring it out. So talk about what's next in love. We talk about your next crush. This could be energy of you clinging, of past energy. Some of you this person, I mentioned not wearing their heart on their sleeve in a positive sense, right? The person not wearing their heart on their sleeve, you may not be used to someone who does not express themselves emotionally like that. Again, in a positive sense. Also, someone that has a mean poker face, and someone that also is very guarded. Could be you, could be them, right? Initially. Or that could be a shadow sense. That could be when someone shuts down, when things get complicated and all of this stuff, okay? But we do have this devil in disguise. I will say in the shadow sense, it is someone with a dark side. So from a physical perspective, your person may seem very like angelic. They may look very innocent, or they may actually have like an edge to them when we talk about description and personality. Or it could be flipped. It could be someone that looks very like devil-like, right? Like very dark, very mean, possibly aggressive, but they have a very soft, squishy side. One of those polarities is likely your person, okay? But do watch that, okay? Because I did mention this could be a bit of a cycle. This could be this person's past, right? This devil in disguise. Or this could be this person's energy towards you. So some of you, it is a sad, like it could be a connection that is meant to deeply trigger you that you will move on from. I hate doing that. Ooh, that's not what the intent of this reading was. But that is what we've got. So I don't want to close it like that. That is so chaotic. Goodness, you guys just do this to me all the time. Let me see if I can find another deck. Yeah, you know what? Let me just use the deck that I have. Well, like I can't just leave this like that. But I do feel like some of you, like what's next in love, it may be something. Like I said, this could be past energy. Because I just said, what else do you need to know about what's left and what's less? What's next? Oh my God, I said what's left and what's less. So I'm getting my own channel messages, left and less. You may be feeling less. You may be feeling left with this energy, and that's why it's on my table as I'm trying to close out what's left and what's next in love. Oh my gosh, some of you are like, what's even left of love, you poor thing? Oh my gosh, don't be that way. It's gonna be fine. Just love on yourself, do some self-care, and like whatever, like what's next is gonna be great. Try not to traumatize the next person with whatever trauma you have from whatever past, because like what's left, what's less, like it's like less than, feeling less than, having less love, leaving love, like that's the messages that are coming out as I'm trying to figure out why this energy is on my table. But if you're not ready, you're not ready, okay, Power One? So just be ready when you're ready, whether we're talking about like past trauma from a relationship, like because it doesn't, like it feels much deeper than that. Like some of you need to heal from something that is not a relationship. I'm gonna be honest, like something that may have been like deeply traumatic, okay? So just take your time and don't rush it. That said, when it comes in, if you're not still in this energy, because everything is up to you. You have free will. That's why your ancestor, like you've got the ancestor candle crackling. You have free will. If you heal and you're at a healthy place when you step into this next connection, it'll be beautiful. But if you're bringing that baggage, it's gonna be chaotic, right? It's going to be chaotic. And some of you, we talk about law of attraction. You may attract someone with this devil in disguise energy if you try to test the waters prematurely. Okay, that is the energy I'm getting, like self-love. And it's complicated, like making sure that your energy isn't complicated, so you're not pulling in that elusive energy, right? Like past, like mirroring past connections. Just be mindful and cognizant of that. I don't need another card. I'm seeing what it is. That's advice. That's conversations. Let your next connection happen organically, naturally. Don't necessarily chase it. Chase yourself, chase your dreams. But you do have a very beautiful connection. You have someone very serious coming in. But like I said, clear that stuff, especially if it's ancestral. Clear it, because you don't want, like I don't want for you to bring that in to your next cycle of dating and romance, because it could very well happen. And I'm not saying it to scare you. I'm not saying that it's gonna be a thing. I'm just saying if you haven't cleared it, you could be attracting that. So you know what, let me pull, it's not gonna hurt me to pull another one. Final message, just because I'm like closing it with that energy. Here it is right here. Regeneration. What did I say? Heal, regeneration, like, right? This is Phoenix energy, right? So what's next in love for you, Power One? It depends on your state. It depends on you, your power, right? If you are in your Phoenix era, right, where you are rising above things and soaring, you will attract like a nice, long-term, stable, healthy situation, along with the community and all of the things. If you skip that step, because you have time to go and that's in the relationship, if you skip that step, if you skip that ascension, you're going to attract more of what you've experienced. You're going to attract more of negative, low vibrational energy, whether we're talking about people or situations, okay? But regeneration is here for you. That's what's the most important thing. So let's see what the book has to say. I love how lately these readings have been deeply like chaotic and possibly healing in a sense. We'll get a non-love reading soon. You guys really need it. But regeneration says rebirth, second chances, and new opportunities. It says second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. What you may have perceived as failure or loss is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. This rebirth is assured. Strep. Some of you might have strep throat. Just watch it. If you've been scratchy, just watch it. But it says step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. Release. Some of you are holding on to some devils in disguise. It's time to rebirth, regenerate. If you try to cling to something that is not healthy, then that's what you're going to attract more of. But I love that regeneration energy of that phoenix rising from the ashes for you. So like I said, second chances, I'm not gonna lie, because those of you, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, the people that engage most in the comments are people with attachments. Like, I love all of you equally. I like try to look out for my singles, but those of you with connections, you tend to engage more, so you have more energy invested in the readings, hence why I'm able to tap into you as easily as I do. So regeneration, if you are here for a specific connection, like if you click this with a very specific person in mind, like if you didn't click this like what's next, I'm open. If you click this with a very specific person, one of two scenarios: universe is deeply calling for you to release, right? Let it go and let something new come in, okay? Or, I know this is so polar opposite. Honestly, even if that's the case, like regardless, it's still a letting go and regenerate, rebirth, renew, because even if it circles back, right? It'll be a second chance. It'll be totally new experience, like past erased, okay? So if you click this with a specific person in mind, there is a possibility where, you know, that could be next. But it won't, I don't know that it'll be a next, right? I just know that it's not, yeah. But for all my news, after something that pushes you to grow, to focus on yourself, to evolve, then you will step into this energy of your next love. Or this, honestly, a lot of you, at the time of you getting this reading, doesn't have to be real time for me, you've already stepped out of this energy. Like, that's why it's over here all the way to the left. You've already stepped into this regeneration energy, moving, building, growing, right? Okay. So I feel like this is way too long, but I mean, I feel like I've gotten the message to you. So I'm going to close it out here for you, pile one. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile two. Let's see what's next in love for you, or your next crush. I'm going to lead with the singles. You know, I like to look out for y'all, but the reality is a lot of you here have someone in mind, and so we'll do the thing where we take what energy comes. We don't force it. It's user driven. I wanted to say something I forgot to mention in the intro was that it was really loud. Someone was cutting grass, so expect a collective message for all of the pauses. Expect a lot of clarity very, very soon regarding just your love life, what's next for you, just because cutting grass, very loud. And as soon as I started filming, listen, beautiful, peace, and quiet. So I love that for us. I love that for you. I say that because I always get like, I feel like I'm yelling over like when someone's making noise outside. It doesn't happen often, but I do not want to yell over someone cutting grass. So love that for me. And then I have my ancestral can. I don't even know why I have that one out right now, if I'm being honest, like at the table. Like I have all kinds of stuff going on at any given moment, but right now that one's on the table. So it could be just messages from spirit. Like I will be doing the messages from spirit reading soon, but yeah, I just want to give you that update and just let you know that whatever everything is smoothly, like smoothed. Okay. I'm going to just remind you that you did select the pink ice cream with the red drizzle, which can either be strawberry or cherry. It's actually cherry based on the thumbnail, but I only have 3 piles today, so if you would have picked strawberry, just roll with that one. So let's see. I'm going to use my Wisdom of the Oracle deck as an overview for what's next in love for you. I have this tarot deck I'm going to get details regarding and a few love-based decks to really drive it home. So tell me about my cherry ice cream. Tell me what's next in love for them. Might hit you unexpectedly. Because I'm like, I always knock the stand, but I never like hit it with a deck like that. So definitely might be unexpected. And you know what? My cards have not been jumping. They've been kind of sliding. Number 31 could be a relevant number for you, especially since I say that at 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Why? Well, I don't know. How to you tell me why? I'm not gonna lie. Some of you are gonna be like, why this person? Which is hilarious. But we'll develop that. What is at the bottom? We're not gonna put the bottom on the table today, but I will look at it. I might need to leave it because that's such an ominous thing. But you have soulmates. Number 41. I'll put it over here. It's not going to be in the way. But soulmates and why? So why? So when it comes to what's next in love, why did you meet this person? Why did you have this experience? Why did you go through things? Whatever the why is, especially if you have a key why, like if you have a why of like why, like if that's a question that you have, whatever your why was, soulmates, okay? Some of you could be divine counterparts, twin flame, but that does not have that card. It's not that kind of a deck. But I will open the book. Even though the word why is very straightforward, we'll still open the book because that's what we're doing for everyone. And I keep opening the book trying to get to the 31, but I keep getting TikTok, so could be divine timing. But 31, it says motives driving intention, the power of knowing the why. And it says there's great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking the question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice, right? Knowing your why is key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. So why are you looking to find out what's next in love for you? Y'all are getting real like philosophical, okay? Y'all must really want that other reading, but I promise you if I put it up, y'all are not gonna watch it like that. So but why? You may be questioning soulmates. You may be questioning twin flames. You may be questioning journey to love, to romance. You may be questioning love in and of itself. So ask yourself why you're here. So let me go quickly to the soulmates card, and then we can start really pulling those cards out and see what's going on. But this is a very interesting pile. I don't know that I've gotten this energy in a love reading before. Y'all are really, I don't know what y'all are going through, but it says harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. Okay? And you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. It says soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for a short time. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. So obviously you have a soulmate coming in. I'm laughing because when I said some of you may be like, why this person, with that message, that's a kind of an aversion initially could be for some of you. And then also just regardless, there's going to be a strong pull, strong aversion to this person. And you're going to wonder why. Okay? You're going to be wondering why you're so connected to this person, for better, for worse. Like whether you're like wanting nothing to do with them or you're wanting to be close to them, you're going to be wondering why that energy between the two of you is so intense. That's what's coming next for you. So let me get to pulling these cards so I can see what's going on. This will be a soulmate of some form, and you will trigger each other. You will grow. Some of you, it will be in the best way. Like, it'll be the best way. Others of you, it may not be. I don't lie here, and some of you have some stuff. So I try to do lighthearted readings, and y'all do not let me be great. So here we are. Tell me more about my cherry ice cream. Look at that resistance. Tell me about my cherry ice cream. What's next in love for them? I will say I'll read dominantly from that highest energy, and I will mention the other side, okay? Tell me more about my pile twos. What's next in love for my pile two? It's like picking out of a pile. I don't know. Like, I'm not taking jumpers right now. I'll take the bottom in a second, but something, it'll be like, just grab, you'll know, right? You're not going to have to wait. This person's not going to have to wait. It's going to just be some going forward energy. I don't know. But yeah, look, oh, so I'm not going to lie. So I do say, for better or for worse, I feel like the dominant energy here is, if there's an initial aversion to this person, it will not last long. Okay? It will not last long. Like, it'll be like the sun. Wow. Vitality, joy. That's Leo energy. Some of you may be happening very, very soon, because we are currently we've just stepped into Leo season real time. Okay. Or still a timeless reading may not be. You could have Leo placements. This person may have Leo placements, but vitality, joy, that is the 5th house of joy, of pleasure, of taking risks, like gambles, all of the things. So yeah, going for it, flying towards something. I love that energy coming through. Okay. You've got the Hermit, number 9, contemplation and wisdom. That's 2 major arcana. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. Some of you, this is coming very, very soon. But just because real time, the seasons are Leo to Virgo season, and Leo to Virgo, right? Hermit ruled by Virgo energy. So this could be current energy for some of you watching this. Okay. That's why you've got the Y with the soulmates. Okay. Especially if you're currently experiencing something, the Y is the soulmate connection, divine counterpart connection, whatever. You've even got the little spirit guide at the top over the penguins. Okay. But yeah, very clear, very obvious. Some of you, what's next in love for you will be stepping out of a hermit mode or moving into one, right? So you'll either be stepping into a space of withdrawal and introspection, or you'll be stepping out of that energy and kind of stepping out into a passionate energy, okay? And it could be a mirroring. Like, one is going to be withdrawing, one is going to be like loud. That could be the personality types, right? That I'm getting for like what's next. Okay, like one may be Leo, one may be Virgo. Both of you could have both placements, honestly. It just depends. But I'm getting that contrast in personalities. Maybe that's initial clash for some of you. Ace of Acorns, creative force and confidence. So yeah, I mean, wow, right? Lots of Leo energy, just because Ace of Acorns is a fire. I do associate with that's the sign of Aries though, because it's like that initiating cardinal energy. I associate it with Aries. So I think that it's gonna hit you. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I knocked the deck for a reason. It's gonna hit you. You're not gonna see it coming. For those of you that are truly single, especially if you've been in a hermit mode, it's gonna hit you out of nowhere. With the sun, Acorn, it's gonna be very obvious, but you're like, oh my gosh, why, right? Like the sun hitting, like the wisdom in the book, it's gonna be like out of nowhere, okay? And I love that for you, right? Very good, very passionate energy. Even if there's an initial clash, right? It's gonna hit you, okay? Those of you where it's not brand new, just to touch on it, there's some awakenings here I see. Shadow, yeah. 15, the shadow. This is the devil, by the way. Self-empowerment, ambition. So again, stepping out of a hermit mode, or it's definitely, I say stepping out of a hermit mode, but like that's the only way. If you're stepping in to a hermit mode currently, when you step out, right? And then if you've been there and you're stepping out very, very soon, hence why I'm likely getting this energy. And when I say hermit mode, doesn't mean that you've necessarily been like inside hiding. It just means you've been deeply healing or to yourself, very independent. Because again, Ace of Acorns is very cardinal energy. It's like first house energy. of I, me, right? You'll be stepping into an energy where you're open to connecting more deeply with other people, romantic and otherwise, okay? Especially after facing your shadow, okay? I say, let me see. We'll say fun, friends, social environments is where you're going to meet this person for sure, okay? For sure. It's going to be fun, social environments, okay? Maybe at night with the shadow. All right, let me pull more cards and get more clarity. Tell me more. It'll be like a creative force, though. Definitely gonna hit you. Some of you, I feel like what's next in love with you will be once you have more self-control in some area of life. Okay? Tell me more about my pile 2. All right. I said shocks and surprises. I'm going to take it first because I was already talking about that. Shocks and surprises. You have Uranus, and it does say radically change, and that is Aquarius energy. It is 11th house energy of networking. So now you've got Leo, Aquarius axis, okay? Could be social media based because that does rule this energy here. Could be, like I said, just social collective energies surrounding where you'll meet this person or where you'll begin to engage this person on a romantic level. And will be shocking, it will be surprising. You may run into someone you don't expect to run into. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Okay, you've got Taurus energy, trust, patience, sensuality. All right, let's see. So you've got very chaotic, shocking energy and then very stable energy side by side. So here's the thing. I mean, this is going to be someone that you're very patient with, that very patient with you, very sensual energy immediately, a lot of passion. They're going to feel very grounded and stable, but something about it will be very, very shocking. Honestly, how stable this person is maybe what's shocking, especially those of you, that handful where there's a history, but the dominant energy, brand new, what's going to get you, what's going to be very shocking for you is how stable, right? How well together. Some of you, it's going to be how financially stable this person is. Some of you are not used to that. That devil energy is actually Capricorn, 10th house energy, career, social status. So it could, like, it's very public setting right now where you encounter this person, meet this person, or engage this person on a level that where you're pursuing one another romantically, right? Shocking. Some of you, like I said, will be shocked to find someone somewhere, see someone, run into someone. Could be even career, like shocked to meet someone career-based, shocked to run into someone at your work, their work, networking event, somebody's house. I don't know, I'm making up stuff at this point. But yeah, anything joy, pleasure related. So anything entertainment based, all of those things, concerts, parties, all of those things. It's a very loud environment where you're meeting the person, like what's next in love for you, like that's the environment. And that could be the nature of the connection, right? Because this feels like a financially successful, like a coupling that is very successful financially, right? And it is a coupling that's doing well professionally, that is very outside with their friends. Uranus into Taurus feels like shocks, like a windfall of money. So someone may have come into money. I don't know why that's a relevant thing. Could be after you come into money or after this person comes into money. You'll meet each other, be living your best lives. I don't know. You do have the North Node. I was gonna say this energy feels like if you wanted Power 1, it's very different, but I did feel some underlying energies with that Sun, Hermit, like after a hermit mode, after a healing process. To some degree, it's not as heavy with this pile, but it is still here. But you have the North Node destined to have. It's almost like a part 2 to that one, if those of you that picked it twice, like both of them. But it does say, again, destined to have. And destined to have talks about an energy of where you're meant to go, where you're meant to evolve, stepping into your power, stepping into your true self, ascending, okay? That's what's going to happen in this next connection. You and this person will ascend together, okay? What's next in love for you is like power couple, fun couple, a couple that goes to all of the concerts that comes to town. Like that is the energy, Okay, shocking, surprising, maybe with the sun and the hermit, maybe very shocking combination of people, right? One is very loud and vibrant and likes attention. The other one would rather hide. That's kind of the two energies I'm getting here, right? Even here, the shocking energy of the Uranus planet and the very grounded energy of Taurus. So Aquarius versus Taurus energy, right? Taurus is actually very traditional energy, whereas Aquarius is the rebel, right? That's the energy I'm getting in the dynamic of this coupling. So I love that for you. So I say I love that for you. Some people are like, that's chaotic. Why do you like that? Well, I love it when I see on my table compliments, because it makes most sense, right? I did not know I was getting how many. Oh, it's only 3. It's fine. But I did say, goodness, please don't fight me in the comments. But I did say real time for those of you watching this currently. Hey, interesting. I'm so sorry. I have not been paying attention to the sky. Astrologists, novices, everybody that's been tracking the transits. Is Uranus still in Taurus? The only reason I remember that random one, that if it's that still there, like it's in my 7th house. So actually on my Mars, just to give you a little bit of tea, do have Taurus placements. But if Uranus is still in Taurus, that's definitely giving present energy, right? So a lot of you, that's why it's so shocking, it's going to happen a lot sooner than you think. Okay? So you just let me know in the comments when it happens. But this may be, and if this transit happened already, then maybe you've encountered this person or were connected or set up to meet this person during this transit. But I can't remember. I feel like it's still happening. I don't remember seeing the shift, but y'all know I've been all over the place. I have not been keeping up with my astrology like I am supposed to. But we do have Leo energy, which is real time, and Virgo, which is near future, and that Ace of Acorns, which is initiating energy, which is also current. And now you've got very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Like it's happening real time, pal two. Great. Now you've got, this could be the one. And the reason why I say don't fight me in the comments is because it does say you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So maybe it's not, it doesn't have to be old energy. It could be just someone you've crossed paths with. Maybe you crossed paths with this point at some point during Uranus and Taurus. That was a transit that was fairly, a lengthy bit of time. You may encounter this person last Leo Virgo season. Like it could be, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be a heavy baggage handful of you maybe, but especially with reconciliation, someone from your past returning to your life. So like, listen, I don't control the cards. So if that was, those of you that are single, purely single, that's not you. So don't even worry about it. When you're single and you're purely single, just see it as I mentioned, that soulmate, divine counterpart energy. I love that for you because reconciliation is twin flame union, right? If you like that label, a lot of people do not, and I understand why. But soulmates, like reconciliation is coming in to this life with someone that you're meant to deeply connect with that works, right? Like a beautiful, radiant connection like the sun, okay? So let's use at the bottom. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is a connection that will be extremely liberating. Like it's gonna be really liberating. You're gonna have so much fun, right? Because sun is fun. Like you're gonna have so much fun. Like a shock, like this person or you, or the way you interact with one another as a couple will be like shocking. Like the way that you like create stability for one another will be shocking. Like this person may be like and depending on what stable finances looks like for you, right? This person may be like, hey, let's move and just like buy a house or something, depending on like where you are financially. I do feel like relative to your perception of what financially stable and well off is, you and this person combined at least will be good, okay? Very financially stable, like lots of disposable income to do things that make you fun, like financially free, just all of the things like that, to travel, right? Like shocking use of money here, I see. Like shocking use of assets. Like this person may like, I don't know, like may have a very unique car, a very unique home. Like things that they own are very different and unique than the average person. And these are things of value, right? Like this person may have very unique jewelry that is very expensive, things like that. So I don't know why that was a random thing, but that's just something that is coming through for you and this person. But like, I don't know, I'm getting some interesting energy I'm trying to develop there. It's a lot more here. Some of you, this change of pace, and it does carry over from previous pile of you being not being used to someone that is as stable as this person. Whether we are talking about finances or just stable as a person, grounded and mentally, emotionally stable and available. Okay. Let me see. Tell me more about what's next and left on my pile twos. It's gonna be fun though. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be very fun. Shock surprises though. What is watch out? Watch out does feel like, cause it's gonna land on very soon new, but we're gonna watch it though. It says this is a warning message. Be aware of gossip, envy, and jealousy. Someone or something is trying to stand in the way of this connection. It makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. I could see it because it feels like at least you and this person combined are hot commodities. Like people may be shocked, surprised, a unusual pairing. Also very financially stable, right? Because this is not one person. Like a handful of you, this person or you may be like really financially stable. I'm gonna be honest, there's some extreme examples here. So you're either like power couple where you're both just doing really well and combine your incomes may be just off the chart, or one of you has like a windfall of money. Okay, like it's not like if one of you is financially stable, it's not like, oh, this person has a good job, like someone windfall, like, because I don't know why, but like I feel like Uranus and Taurus feels like winning money or like inheriting money. I know we don't have Scorpio on the table, but like that's what it's like, a shocking windfall of assets. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. So one of you, like it, if it's only one of you, like, you know what I mean, like I say relative, but like if only one of you has like money, then they got like money. Okay, like, you know, enough for jealousy, gossip, envy. Okay, but I get a lot of you, it's not like that. It's career based, two people that are very successful, and when two people have got really good jobs, right, or businesses, right, it looks really good financially when you combine those incomes. But watch out for people being very jealous, and very soon it's going to happen. People are going to jealous and gossiping and all of this stuff. I wouldn't worry about it. Possibly even trying to sabotage the connection. Don't even worry about it. I normally wouldn't pull more, but that card is not a card that I can just let sit there. I'll pull because 3 fell here. And that's another reason why you got free yourself. Like, don't even worry about it. Especially some of you where there's history with that reconciliation. Just let it cook. It is what it is. Let me see. Tell me. I'm trying to get by 2 more. What's next and left for my pile twos, please? Thank you. A lot of you, that is that message specifically for that reconciliation. Some of you, it's not even that. Some of you, someone that wants to reconcile with you could be sending negative energy to your new partner or you. Ecstasy. Your partner elevates your mind, body, and soul. This feeling of pleasure is electrifying. Let me see. Oh, this is beautiful. Definitely still watch out. It is what it is. It's there. Especially with devil. I mean, everybody's got haters. It is what it is. But watching out for ecstasy. Like, you're not going to be, like, you're not, I'm going to be honest with you, pal, too. I don't feel like you're ready for this. Like, this is exciting. I love that for you, but it does not feel like you're ready for this. It says watch out for ecstasy. Very soon, this could be the one. Like, that's what you're getting. And it may scare you. This person may scare you, especially when it comes to intimate energy, because I'm not going to develop that. I'm not that kind of reading. It's not that kind of reading. But, I mean, the ecstasy between the two of you could be something, okay? And in a way that could spook you. And that's coming in for you very, very soon. So I'm going to take this in the bottom. Warm embrace. Let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. Take their touch ignites a flame within you. Exactly. So watch it. Like, especially if you have issues with intimacy and fear of connection, this person may trigger that with that shadow card, shocking you with the level of stability, because Taurus is also deeply sensual energy. That word sensual is already on the table. This person's level of intimacy with you, desire to be close to you, could trigger you, could be scary for you, especially if you have trauma. Okay? Free yourself. Okay? Destined to have. This person is going to be very, like, I don't use the word obsessed because that's a negative word, but this person's going to be very stuck on you. They're going to want to touch you all the time, be close to you, be very affectionate. Like, this is a very affectionate person, okay? You have memories. Someone is walking down memory lane at this time. It's okay to reminisce about the past by looking at old photos or messages. So before this person engages you, they will watch you, okay? Watch your social media, see you doing good. Try to reach out. They may message you on social media or connect with you via friends or professionally. Be looking at your pictures, all of the things. For those of you that are new specifically, like, they'll just be watching you for a little bit before they actively engage, right? But they'll be knowing, right? Destined to have, like, they'll eventually make their move. Shadow was a bit, I did say obsessed. I hate using that word, but it is like a kind of actively watching you engage. Like, you have this person's attention, they're engaged. Honestly, a lot of you real time. Regardless of if you're watching this real time, for me, real time actively, the next person you'll be with is already watching you. They already have you on their radar. Okay? Not all of you, but like, that is the dominant energy, which is why you got very soon. And even if they don't, it's not now, very hot incoming energy. When you encounter this person, they'll find you immediately on your socials if you have them, or they'll connect with you immediately through your friends, you know. But if you have socials, they'll watch for a while. They'll do their research. Okay, they'll study. Okay. Some of you, this person's going to be checking to make sure you're available. Watch out, like, trying to, like, make sure that you're single. And then we do have to bring up that other energy. You know, this could be the one, reconciliation and memory. So those of you where this is a person with history, looking at pictures, old messages. This is someone that will come in after a period of missing you, a period of reflection, a revelation with the sun, after contemplating, that will ignite them in the Ace of Swords and make them either see their shadow or make them realize they're kind of stuck on you or something like that. Like I said, this is not the majority dominant energy because we're leading with a single, but those of you with connections, I look out for y'all too. I look out for y'all too, but that's what's happening. If you're asking about someone specific, or even if you're not, and you're like, why are you bringing this person in? You don't have to accept it when it comes in. You do not have to accept it when it comes in. I'm just saying. And some of you, here's the thing. When I say find your story, some of you, it's all the stories, right? It's not just one. Like, some of you have an ex, right? What's next in love with you? What's your next crush, right? Because it could be your next crush or who has a crush. I didn't limit it. You know, someone's watching you. You know, could be someone lingering from your past. And some of you, it's also you meeting someone new very, very soon, right? Real time. And really engaging, and especially with all of this public energy, it's like out, and then you have someone kind of from your past reminiscing and whatnot. Okay, I've got that energy here as well. And then let me pull from this other deck. Let's check it out. I think it's funny because it's gonna be a very passionate connection that is next for you. Okay, because you got ecstasy here again. We're not developing that energy. It's not even that kind of a deck. This is the Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle. Tell me more about my pile 2. Tie the knot. This will be someone you get serious with. Someone that you marry. Honestly. Like, you'll be very connected with this person. What's next? Okay. I'll take that one. I'll take one more. And then I do want to pull from that other deck to get clarity. Flighty. And just like that, my battery's low and I'm going to need charge. Low on energy. So I'm not going to lie. This may be someone, if this is a history, someone that was very draining for you historically. Hence why that's a past influence and not a... But I'm just saying, tie the night, flighty. Let me get one more because I'm going to have to close this out second. Dream lover, faith, and hopeful. This is a person that is hopeful, especially with memories. So dream, lover, faith, flighty. Some of you are asking why you can't shake this person, like, or will be at some point, with hints to tie the knot. But you may be a bit flighty with this person, or this person may be a little bit flighty with you initially, because it is very shocking and surprising, right? Like, there may be phases where like you scare each other and blah 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 blah, but overall it's a very positive connection coming in, especially if this is your only pile. I don't know what pile 3 says yet, but I know what pile 1 says. I'm gonna pull this last message and we'll close it out for you. Some of you may tie the knot, connect, look like you're gonna commit, get flighty, and then the missing energy at some point, and then that hints the circle back. I don't know. I hate y'all so much. Why y'all do? I don't have time for this. I literally have low battery. Love triangle. Some of you, it could be honestly just your freedom and this person's freedom, just prioritizing. But I mean, I try to like look out for my singles, but like some of y'all have that love triangle energy coming through, and that's your confirmation. If you are not a single, if you are, watch out for that energy, because there is that watch out card. There could be other influences, early stages. And then you've got secret lover. This relationship will be kept a secret. Just be sure this decision is okay with you, both of you, and not one-sided. So some of you, it's not necessarily, my brand news, it's not necessarily a love triangle. Yes, sacred bond, there's that same energy. It's not necessarily that there's a true love triangle so much as there's maybe like lingering people from your past, from this person's past, or if you're like very dating, because 5th house sun energy is dating. If you're dating, this person's dating, you may have people around, and it feels like that, you know, you may go exclusive, and then you have all of that, right? But secret lover, private connection, those of you where you have all of this stuff, just, it is what it is, because I have to close it right now. But these may be past influences to kind of let you know who this is if you already have somebody in mind. And those of you where this is not someone from the past, we talk about a sacred bond. We talk about a love triangle that could be like your life, this person's life, career. It could also be that those influences, watching out for friends and other people's opinions and gossip and such, especially with secret lover. That could be a kind of a warning to kind of keep it private, okay? Especially if you two are high profile, or like in your community or in your school or job, like just kind of keeping it to yourself for a little bit. And then I'm going to close it out right here. So that is all I have for you today, pile 2. Hopefully it resonated, and if it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 3. So let's see what's next in love for you, or what your next crush is. I'm interested to see what's going on. We've been trying to see from a primarily singles perspective. That was a special request, and you know I do like to look out for my singles. But again, there's those of you that do have lingering connections, and it just is what it is. So we take the energy that comes, because we're not gonna like ignore messages. I don't ignore messages, because sometimes even in messages that I think are one thing, oftentimes like when someone comes back, or even if I go back like for editing purposes, I'll be like, ooh, it's a good thing that I didn't ignore the message, because it was like a dual meaning that you needed to know for like your life. So that's why we don't discriminate against messages that come through for the pile. Now, I am going to hop right in. I have this oracle deck that I want to check, get an overview for you in terms of what's coming next for love. I do have a tarot deck and several love-based oracle decks. Now, I want to remind you that you did select the vanilla scoop of ice cream with caramel on top. So let me see what is next in love for my, ooh, this might be a purely single pile, because I was gonna, instead of saying pile 1 or my caramel vanilla ice cream, I was gonna say my singles. So, and I set that at 1, 2, 3. So like a minute 23 seconds. So a lot of you may be into like numerology or numbers or like life paths, because I've been getting I've been paying special attention to, like, you may be seeing repeating numbers, angel numbers or whatnot, just because I normally notice numbers, but I don't normally pay that much attention to it like that. But I feel like this reading, it's been something that I've been called to really pay attention to. So tell me, pile three, my singles, or like, I don't know, like some of you are single, some of you are newly single, like out on the prowl, living your life. I don't know. I love that for you, but like emphasis on singles, even though that was the intent, hence we worded it that way. So I don't know. Let me see, pile three, my vanilla ice cream with the caramel drizzle. What's going on with what's next in love for you? I hesitated. So some of you, but you're not sure if you're single. What's going on? Like, y'all are chaotic over here. I'm gonna see what's at the bottom in a second. I do have the book, but like, are you not sure if you want to go for it with this person that's incoming? Like, because we talk about what's next in love. Like, are you not sure? You have a decision to make. You don't know what you're gonna do. Like, I hesitated. So I don't know what you've got going on. Building blocks. 28. I heard some of you say, but it's hard. I feel like this is my my issues with intimacy, like commitment for pile. That's funny because, like, I don't know, I heard like it's hard, but building blocks, and something about this card feels like Capricorn energy. Okay, doesn't have to be your placements. Could be your person's placements. But it could be like just an energy, like your nature, like something about hard or hard work, and it could very well be that the person coming in will apply a lot of effort, right? This is someone that will build with you in terms of stability, but also like building the connection, like a lot of effort. Like, they will not hold back. They will definitely build, like, work towards pursuing you, engaging you, and making sure the connection is, all of the things. So let me move this. I almost took the whole book with it. Let's see what this book says. Building blocks. That is number 28, which could be a relevant number for you. Let's see. There we are. It says, strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. I love that. So before I even read the rest, let me just work in progress. Like this, some of you, you're not sure. Some of you aren't sure if you're ready. Or you, like, depending on the energy, you may not feel like this person's ready, but some of you are not sure you're ready. And it's okay. The message here from Spirit is that you can grow with someone, right? That's the point. You can build with someone. You can mature with someone. You don't have to be 100% or feel like you've reached X milestone, Y goal, Z accomplishment. You can build with someone. Okay. So don't allow your need for perfection, your need to be where you want to be, your desire to reach certain goals and milestones prior to love hold you back from something good. Okay. I will say that because it literally says, right, strong foundations. You have a strong foundation. Okay. You have a strong foundation and you are a beautiful work in progress. You are allowed to grow. You're like literally on their deathbed. You're still going to be a work in progress. Like, live. Okay. So here we are, but it says you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Like, just be who you are and evolve over time. This will be someone that you can evolve with over time. Like, we change over time, like we're constantly changing, growing, and evolving. This will be someone that experiences highs and lows with you, that every facet of you is accepted by. Like, this person will allow you to be yourself authentically, and they will move through the motions. Like, as you ascend in 5 years, when you're someone totally different, you'll still be compatible with them. You get what I'm saying? You'll adapt with one another. But it says, are they still true with you? And that's the morals and the values. And it says, will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly remarkable and a beautiful design. So this person's going to be on your life path with you. So this, honestly, this is my power, where you're going to meet this person, right? Or, whatever it is. And this is your life partner. And for whatever reason, because I haven't used this book in I've been ignoring it, because I haven't been ignoring it. Okay. Like the thing I'm trying to say, and I don't know, maybe this person may be at a loss for words. You may be at a loss for words. You may not know what to say, right? Because I did get that uncertain energy. You may not know what to say to this person. This person may not know what to say to you coming in. Oh yeah, I'm stumbling bad. Like this person they may be a builder. They may not be a speaker. Okay. Some of you, and that could be you I'm picking up on, but for all of the messages, and I think I've done this recently in a love reading this day. I didn't realize that there was messages specific to relationships. So I have not read that. I've read the general overview in the book to get the gist of what the cards mean. So in me turning this page, I'm realizing like it was calling me, like it hit me right in the face. I was like, oh, there's a message specific to relationships. So now we have to read it because this is the only card that called me to read that section. Right? So, but it says, when you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. It says you're moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. The long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. It says you and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. So don't beat me up in the comments, okay? Some of you, I'll get to some of you that may be like the other people, like singles. New connections that will stand the test of time. I think I mentioned that already, right? Like it literally says you're attracting something solid, something stable, right? Something that has honesty, humility, clear communication, and genuine desire to know one another. Okay. Now, and it does talk about ensuring, it does talk about withstanding storms, which for incoming energy, that's beautiful because it means you guys will be able to work through anything. Again, I mentioned growing with each other and all of the things, but that handful of you, and you know who you are, like it literally says withstanding any storm, long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened, right? You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. So I love you guys for supporting me, even though I said this was for predominantly singles, but I'm not going to put that in the title because I don't like to isolate my audience like that. I don't do enough readings to do that. So like, that's why you all can come in together. It's easier for me. I can do fewer readings and you can all get your messages. Love it. So those of you that want purely singles reading, I think this will be good because you're the dominant energy as intended, but there's that underlying energy. And the reason why I can clearly say singles, you're in here with long-term connections, because I'm not gonna lie, this one is not necessarily a pile of like exes. I got more of a stable connections. Like these people may just be in committed, healthy relationships that you're stepping in. Yeah, there's the some that have like whatever withstanding storm energy, right? That they may circle back to, but for the most part, it talks about your next love, right, will evolve into something that is long term, where you can forgive and grow and evolve together, where there is clear communication and honesty. Like any mistakes are easily repaired because there's that transparency, there's that healthy dynamic in the connection. So I love that for you. And you do have flexible. Look at that, adaptive 19. So we'll pull it. We'll pull the book back again, but I love this so much because this talks about your next love, pile 3, being someone that you can be whoever you want to be with. There's no changes. There's nothing you can do that's going to like turn this person off, right? Even if they want it to be turned off, like they're very flexible and adaptive with you. You two will grow together, evolve together. That's the hugest theme, is that this is someone that is not going anywhere. Honestly, like whether you've asked about someone specific, that handful of you, I say handful, but if I'm lying, y'all, like there's a lot of you. You read the comments. If you read the comments, you know there's a lot of you here with connections. This person's not going anywhere. So some of you, especially committed connections or history, that's the question, is this person's not really gonna go anywhere. I hate to say it like that, but I mean, and that doesn't mean that you have to accept it, right? Like it just means that lingering. That said, for my singles, beautiful energy coming in. Like I love this so much for you as a singles pile, because if you are looking, like some of you, if you want it fun, I'm not saying it won't be, right? Because I haven't pulled any other cards yet. We're 11 minutes in. But the main theme is that stability, stable, building, growing, evolving. So even if this is something that begins like fun, frivolous, and it like, even if it doesn't work out like romantically forever, I could still see you like, this is a couple, and I don't want to put that energy out there, but like, let's say you and this person that's coming in for you get married and you divorce, you'll still be close. Like, it would be so weird for everyone around you, or not weird, because you work really well together. You may decide you're better business partners, or you're better like friends, you're better like co-parents, whatever it is, but it works, right? Love that. So all right, tell me more about my vanilla ice cream. You know what? I'm not going to fight this card. I may end up getting 4 because that one was like slipping, sliding, and all kinds of things. I don't normally take cards like that, but we'll take that one. Tell me more. Pile 3. My vanilla scoop with caramel. I don't know why, but it's the most random thing. So I'm like seeing that commercial from like back in the day where it was like a candy bar, and you remember which one, but like the argument between caramel and caramel, like the two pronunciations. I could see you and this person having that dynamic where you're like correcting one another's pronunciations in a playful way of words. Like you may have different accents, right? I don't know why that was funny, but you do have Knight of Acorns, action drive. This is person that's gonna like really like come, like they're gonna like act. They're gonna be very action based, right? Very driven, builder. Like this is someone that will be a builder just in general in their life, very goal oriented, very driven, just like you, right? Like, because I feel like a lot of you, this hesitation is you not really feeling ready, right? Having things you want to do, things you want to go, not wanting to be tied down, wanting to be able to act and move and drive whenever you want to, right? When you have a commitment, you have to compromise, and you're not wanting to do that because you're like, hold on, I'm building here. I can see that for you, but this person's going to be just like you in that. So that's going to be part of what makes you compatible. I could see you building a lot, but you will have to compromise. You will have to be flexible and adaptive with one another. I'm realizing I never opened the book. We'll open the book in a second, but that's the thing. I just kind of quickly moved on to the next card. That may be this person. They may just hop from place to place, just move, right? I'm not going to lie. I'm hearing like Princess and the Frog. Like, I think that's actually a line from the movie, like, wanting to hop from place to place when Dr. Facilier did the curse. That's, I don't know why that's relevant, but it is, okay, to the message here. So I'm gonna put the Knight of Acorns down, and I'll go back to that point, but I want to see what flexible talks about. Probably got everything I needed. I don't know why I'm going like all 19. There it is. It says teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. So I did say compromise, but you don't have to compromise what's important. So that's what's great about this next connection, is that you're not gonna have to compromise your core values, who you are at your core. You'll grow and evolve in like frivolous ways. You'll even grow in a sense spiritually, but who you are at your core will always remain the same, and is what this person's most interested in, right? And teachability, you'll learn a lot from each other. This person will teach you a lot of things, especially being open-minded and being adaptable. And we talk about trees, roots solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane. So I think that's very interesting that I was getting the hop from place to place analogy, because we have hurricanes. So some of you may be like in the southern part of the United States, or maybe some islands, because I mentioned that story, which is random. I don't normally like mention like stories, especially like the little Disney ones, but like the Princess and the Frog is set in like New Orleans, right? And then you have, well, actually that whole bayou area, right? Because who knows where they floated, but you have hurricane, which is like Florida, Mississippi, all of those places. And so that could be very relevant. Or maybe you'll travel to those places and that's where you'll meet them, because I do get a energy of travel. I love that. So very fun for you. Tropical environments for you. Got it. Let's see what the relationship part says. It does say in every relationship it's important to be open to things, to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity, I can't even pronounce words, is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. So I'm not gonna lie, look at this. So some of you may be really into like movies, stories, fairy tales. You may be writers. That may be what you're building. You may be very good at projects and like strategy and planning, because that message is exactly the story that I'm talking about. See why you listen to channel messages. This is why I don't ignore messages, even though it bothers a handful of you. I know it doesn't truly bother you. It does not offend me. I don't care. But this is why we don't ignore channel messages, because that story is very relevant. It was a compromise because neither of those characters that ended up together were like the other's cup of tea. Like, actually, when we talk about building blocks, that main character, the heroine of the story, was very like hardworking. She was big on building. She wanted her own. She didn't want support. She wouldn't even take help from her friends, even though like she could have very easily let her friend help her. She just did not want that. She wanted to do it on her own. And like the other one is like a spoiled prince, didn't want to work hard at all. And then you've got like, in the end they ended up together, but like it was a journey, right? The whole turning into the frog thing. So I mean, I got that. He was also very much a free spirit. So she was very grounded, very stable, very practical, and he was a free spirit. So take from that what you may. But that Knight of Acorns is running. This person is going to be very, very active, moving all the time, constantly changing, constantly doing something new. Okay, fast paced. That's how this person's energy is going to be. Constantly working on something new, building something, trying something. Very quick person. This person needs to slow down a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to lie. Y'all, this person needs to slow down. What is happening? This person's got to have some sort of fire placements, because like Knight of Acorns, King of Acorns, optimism, innovation. I mentioned that highly creative energy, that innovative energy coming through. This person's like very active. I'm not gonna lie, they're very masculine in their expression, regardless of gender, because at the end of the day, like that's just what you have. You have all of this fire. Knights are also fire, as are and then kings are I think they're fire, or I don't remember. It's fine. It's fine. But I mean, very active. The good thing is this person's going to be very, very passionate about you. Very passionate, very active, regardless of whatever the energy is of grounding the connection. Very passionate, okay? And I don't even know why I said that like that. So let me get one more, maybe two more. And there it is. Before I even talk about whatever that is, I want to say that somebody here really loves stories, because the point I'm about to make, after I make this first point, just popped up in my head. But like, someone is evolving from a knight to a king, right? So either you'll be stepping into like from a knight to a king energy, regardless of gender. Your person may be in transition, building, work in progress. They may be a knight shifting into king energy, right? Could also be you, right? So that's what I'm getting, a work in progress. But like, I'm getting the scene from like the Lion King, right? The Hakuna Matata, no worries, where Simba is evolving into, a grown lion. That's what the scene. Now it's two different animals, technically, but like ascension from Knight of Acorns to King of Acorns. Okay. And then that Ace of Shells. Okay. I feel like what's next in love for you, some of you here may be a little bit young. Let me tell you why. We talk about that adaptive energy, that growing. my ancestor candle started to crackle. Somebody is talking. So I feel like this is might be if you're on a younger side, it may be a journey. Let me tell you why. Growing, building over time, starting as a knight. You're knights right now, right? You meet as knights, but you become kings together, right? And it may be more of a friendship or casual, or even if it's serious, right? You may be serious, right? You may date for a really long time and then become exclusive, and then be committed to one another for a long time, and then get engaged and be engaged for a long time, and then eventually get married when you both feel like that king energy. Okay, because I'm seeing that Ace of Shells following that king energy. That's for those of you that may feel like you're younger, or even if you just feel like you're going to have a lot of time, if you're dealing with someone immature initially, or you're feeling immature, like you may be the one that feels not, I did get the not ready. Someone's not ready. You or them, when they come in, it'll be great. It'll be deeply passionate, right? Deeply passionate. But over time is where the stability comes from. Okay? And then you've got that awakening. See, someone has to mature. I think a lot of you here, it may be you, right? It may be you. That said, it could very well be this person. I don't want to alarm you because the good news is that some of you, I was picking up on earlier, you may be looking for something a little fun anyway. That's fine. You'll find someone very young, very passionate, not necessarily young in like younger than you could be, but like passionate and fun. And then over time, you'll watch them grow and evolve, and you'll be like, oh, I could actually see myself with this person. I actually heard some of you like in my mind, like be like, I could see myself with this fool. Y'all crack me up. But that Ace of Shells is an awakening to some type of love after being fun and passionate, like evolving. Like there's someone, or it could be an internal thing with you, or internal thing with this person where you're having fun, you're dating, you like each other a lot, but you may be focused on other things, building your lives. And then, you know, you realize there's love there, an awakening of that. All right. I love that a lot for you. There's even that renewal energy. For those of you that like it, it must have needed that. That called me when it did, right? I saw renewal and I flipped this over, and a 10 of feathers. Recovery and transformation. What happened? Okay, let me see. All right, some of you are seeking this lighthearted energy because you're recovering from something. That 10 of feathers, like you're like, nope, I just want frivolous, passionate fun. And you'll get it for a while, and eventually this person's gonna work on you. Some of you, this person already like this person that's coming in, you'll go in wanting passion and fun, and it'll be great. But like this person will already have it on their mind that they could see themselves long term with you. They won't feel ready, but they'll be like, you know what? If pile 3 wants to have fun, let me just work my way in on pile 3, and over time build myself up, and then when I'm at king, I can offer that real stuff to pile 3. That's what I'm kind of getting in some instances, and some of you may do that as well. But I will say, handful where we're talking about history, we've got what's next after recovery, transformation, following that 10 of feathers. If that's you, that 10 of feathers, there will be some growth, some evolution in you and or this person. I'm going to leave with this person because, like I said, this is specific to those of you where we're talking about a history. We're talking about that Knight of Acorns maturing into that King of Acorns, and, you know, renewing, awakening with that Ace of Shells. Whatever, however you take it, however it resonates, go for it. But those of you where it is pure singles energy, whatever that 10 of feathers was, transformation, the recovery, you might have wanted to pick other piles, being flexible, building, adaptive, you know what I mean? And going out and passionately pursuing things will awaken you to, one, what you want, but also to a connection with someone that is going to be very open about what it is they want with you, and very, very passionate. So let me pull more. This is a slow moving energy. I know all of these piles today have been normal length for me, but still long. But I'm just now making it to the Oracle decks, and it's like already 26 minutes in. And so it's making me feel like this is a long game for a lot of you. So if you're more mature and you're purely singles, right? You could be dealing with somebody younger that's coming in, that's fun, right? That you may end up in a cycle with if you don't watch it, if that's purely single. But a lot of you, if you're and young, it's, excuse me, like trying to like get my breath together. I got some like breath issue right now, like that's coming through with the pile energy, like someone's holding their breath. Someone can't breathe, someone's like breath's taken away, loss of breath, all of the things. So just be mindful of that. But I mentioned that youth is relative. So wherever, if you are at a stage of your life where you're like, I'm not ready for a commitment, I'm not ready for a relationship, then you fall into that original singles category of being a work in progress and growing with this person. And if you encounter someone with that same energy, growing, same thing. So that's just where I'm getting for the pure singles. But I feel like some of you, this may be like past energy if you are on the more mature, older side. And again, that is relative to you. It's all about your mentality. Do you feel ready for a connection? Have you been feeling ready for a connection? Like truly, purely. Like if your soulmate walked in tomorrow and said and was ready for marriage, what would your reaction be? Would you run? Would you hide? Or would you be truly in it? Right? That's kind of how you can determine where you are. It's not about your actual age, it's your mentality and your stage of life. Like, where are you with your goals and what you want to achieve, what you want to experience before you settle down? It's some heat right now because I know it's like summer, but like my air is on, right? And I know my air is on right. Like I was actually cold earlier. Okay, I didn't touch it, I didn't do anything, but now that I'm doing this reading, for whatever reason, the air feels a little warm. So it could very well be that temperature, that climate that I was mentioning, but also like just making someone feel warm, like, right? Like heat, like it could be embarrassment, it could be shame, it could be what's that word? Like just blushing, right? Like it's a warmth here. So I don't know what that is. You tell me what that is. So what's next in love for my pile number 3, my vanilla. I was going to say it's cupcake. So you may pick some of those cupcake readings. My vanilla with caramel ice cream. And this is incoming energy, actually. Opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. That may be the heat coming in, but it is a power struggle, a tension, imbalance, opposition. So you two may be at different pages at different stages when you connect. And I could see that, especially those of you where you're like just coming out of this 10 of feathers, you're like, I just want passion. Right? I just want passion. And like if this person's ready and you're not, it's gonna create some tension. Okay? Now, if you're serious, especially if you're engaging someone younger, this person may not develop at the rate in which you want them to. Right? Opposition. And that's all fair, valid experiences incoming. Could very well be that you're just opposite in terms of personality, but it could just seem like there's some tension in who wants what to get over. Okay. Now, that said, you guys have the foundation to get past it with the flexibility and the building blocks. Someone somewhere is going to have to compromise. You both at some point will have to compromise just in general. Okay. I want to pull another one just because that's an interesting energy to come through. Tell me more about what's next in love for my vanilla. Solar energy. Look at that. Self-express, embody truth. Sun. That is Leo energy. 5th house of joy and pleasure. Okay. Some of you, your idea of what is fun could be a little bit of different for you and this person, especially if one or both of you is like workaholic tendencies with the building blocks. Could be difficulty enjoying. Like there's a lot of passion, but difficulty enjoying one another. Like struggling to actually have fun. You have Virgo energy, integrity, reverence, and service. As a Virgo, I know that this sign is stereotypically rigid, if that makes sense, right? Nitpicky, I could see one or both of you being a bit nitpicky with one another, but that's why you have that flexible, adaptive energy, okay? But this person will have a lot of integrity. They will be a giver. They are an acts of service type of lover, hence all of this passion, right? And if you're more of a builder and like you're a bit rigid and to yourself, then I could see that being opposition, as this person's actively expressive with you, but you're holding back, especially if you're holding back because of trauma. I could see that. So just be mindful of those things. But this is a person that's going to really want you. They may not necessarily feel ready for you when you come in. Like I said, it's more of a long game here. But I do see you, if you're adaptive and you compromise and you work together and you allow one another to grow and evolve as individuals, it will work. Like, it's great. As long as you don't try to control one another, okay? Because that could create issues. So let me pull from these love cards and see what's going on. Stay optimistic about your love life. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. This is someone that's not going to give up. I think I mentioned that this is the power. So this person's not really going anywhere. They're fine with opposition. They're fine with it. Like positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Like, there's nothing that, like, with this person will actively turn them off. Okay? So I don't know what it is about this person. Again, they're playing a long game. In their mind, they're not perfect, so neither are you. It's fine. You know, when they come in, it just feels like they're not really... It takes a lot to run them off. Hence why they have the chance to be a knight and evolve into a king. They plan to, when they come in and meet you, they'll be like, oh, I will be where I am now with Power 3, but I am going to evolve into a king still with Power 3 or around Power 3, or I'm going to keep Power 3 close enough to where when I'm a king, I'm going to Ace of Shells, right, with Power 3, okay? Interesting. Some of you, this will be after a traumatic ending of something with awakening and Ten of Feathers for you. Like, you'll find that new love, or this person will have stepped out of that energy, because that Knight of Acorns into King of Acorns could be someone having to, it could also, because fire is fast, right? Because I mentioned the long game. Some of you, it's the opposite of that. Some of you, it's very quick. Like, a person's going to have awakening and a shift. Like, something traumatic will happen to them and they will have to grow up very quickly, or did historically. Now they're stepping into an energy where they're ready to build, right? And then they'll meet you and realize that you're the one they want to do that with. Let me get one more and I'll take the bottom from this deck. Here we go. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. This person's going to be sure. Even if they're not sure if they're ready, they will be sure about you, and vice versa. Okay? Interesting. And past, present, incoming energy, because that stay optimistic about your love life feels current for some of you. Like, you may have recently met someone and you're not sure what's going on, right? It's saying stay optimistic about your love life. There is true love. I say recently because it is Leo season. You have the sun here and a lot of fire. Virgo season is upcoming. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, the bond deepens. So yeah, if this is someone you're connecting with or about to connect with, right? Like, it'll be good. Okay? For sure. This is someone that will be very interested in you and the things that you have going on. Again, even if this maturity is quick, their perception of being with you is long term. Like I said, no, this person's not really going anywhere, or they don't intend to. All right? And this opposition is also to casual, frivolous energy, because sun, solar energy, is Leo energy, 5th house, joy, pleasure, casual dating. The opposition to that, there could be an opposition to that, especially since Virgo is routine. It's health, wellness, acts of service, day-to-day working, right? Mundane tasks. Someone here has an aversion to fun. Could be one or both of you. With that combination, I'm realizing. Okay? All right. Let's see more. Tell me more about my pile of 3. What's next in love for you? Well, look at that. I told you, long game though, right? Some of you it'll happen quickly. And this person and you will build together in the healthiest sense. Others of you, it's a long game where one person, there's an opposition, is not ready, right? And it's a polarizing energy where one is and one isn't for a while until you get it together. But divine union. And like I said, the purest sense, we have, again, 2 people on the same page. They may be opposites, but they're not opposites in a clashing tension way. They are opposites in a complementary way, right? But you have congratulations. It's time to celebrate. Both you and your partner have healed and learned the important lessons to allow this union to manifest. And this still supports that long game I talked about, because it talks about healing and learning, evolving over time, learning lessons together to allow a union to manifest. So this may be a long game for you. So I'm going to get one more and take the bottom. Or may have been a long game, right? If you're confirming a connection here, like a lot of you do. Get one more. That's my 1. We've got explore, best part, spiritual awakening, magnetic, slow down. I'm just like trying to see what all of that is. A lot. It's a loaded pile. So some of you, there is a history, but let's check it out. Playfulness. Playtime is essential for relationships. Have a little fun recapturing romance with your partner. Maybe that's why I was getting like that fairy tale, like Disney, like learn how to have fun like children, play. And I will say, some of you, it's one or the other. This person will be someone you have a lot of fun with, you play a lot with, or for some reason you two just can't seem to make it lighthearted and fun. It's so serious. So you two will have to find that balance, that dynamic with this opposition card. This is someone you have to work on balancing joy and pleasure and work with, like work versus fun, work versus play, because especially if you're a same and like being very driven, you're going to have to find time for joy and pleasure. I don't believe that it will be hard as long as you both don't have like all kinds of chaotic baggage. If you're just have a healthy connection, fun will not be an issue at all. The opposition will be managing your time and your priorities and being flexible and adaptive. So yeah, definitely, but it will be a fun connection. It will be fun in one sense or another. Okay, you've got butterflies. Look at that beautiful, youthful energy. It says, enjoy the overwhelming excitement and bliss of new or old love. So, I mean, awakening feels like an ignited passion in someone, like igniting feelings like butterflies. So that's what it's going to be like when this person meets you or awakens, or however you're perceiving the connection, whatever you're inquiring about here. But I mean, I like this pile a lot. There's some underlying stuff that could be there if, you know, there's a history, but brand new. If you two can handle one another's differences maturely, this is great. Let me see. Pile 3, my vanilla caramel scoop. This 3 is an incoming energy of walking away. Okay. Secret admirer. There's a knock in nostalgia. Y'all always bring this here. I love how I'm gonna focus on the singles, and then like those of you in connections or with the history, you're like, we're gonna slip ourselves in there. And you do, but it's fine. Here's the thing though. I will lead with my singles because that's what I promised. After you walk away from something, doesn't have to be romantic, just could be you walking away. There will be someone that will admire you for a little while, that will be very familiar with nostalgia, right? They'll feel familiar. They don't have to actually be from the past. They can just be familiar. They will remind you a lot of someone else, okay? Possibly someone you once admired, okay? Now, if you've walked away from someone, right? Secret admirer, nostalgia, or they've walked away from you. Historically, I don't like whatever the timeline is going to be different for all of you. There is a missing secret admiring energy here. Okay. That's probably why I got all of that. This person's not going anywhere energy. That's probably why I got all of that, long game evolving, because Knight into King of Acorns is typically like some years down the line. So if that's not what you want, you better clear that energy, okay? You clear it. Because at the end of the day, it's slipping in. That said, my singles, if you're like truly looking for something completely new with no past ties, person's gonna feel eerily similar. That may be where some of that resistance and fear comes from, is this person's gonna feel so familiar that it may trigger you a little bit. Not in like a act crazy or run from the connection, but like they may really remind you of someone else, right? With awakening and 10 of feathers, that like maybe like an old ex that really did you dirty, or like just someone that, you know, like something about reminding you of someone. Okay. At the bottom, you've got hidden feelings. Okay. So I will say this, like I almost tore this card up. Proposal. Someone that really long game. I will say this is a person that's going to watch you before they engage you romantically. And even if they don't watch you prior to engaging romantically, if there is any point of like separations or endings in between, because I did mention the building and the long games, I could see like breaks and all of that in a connection of this nature. If it is that long, this is a person that during breaks and separations will watch you. Look at all of these shadow characters, right? But still watching and having hidden feelings. Okay. Now, purely brand new, it means that this is a person that will watch you for a while, and at each stage of the connection, they'll kind of keep to themselves how intense their feelings actually are until they confirm with you how you feel. This is a person that honestly would even surprise you with a proposal, right? Like they never quite show their full hand, but they would propose to you, right? I will say is even this connection, this is a person that, because you have actually two cards talking about marriage, which we already knew with this energy, but like a proposal, divine union. This is someone that after you walk away, they walk away admiring from afar, missing hidden feelings. A proposal may come after that shadow, all right? Especially with awakening here, okay? Because it looks like whatever that 10 of feathers is a trigger. And again, in the most light sense of no history, brand new, that is their experiences, right? Because some of you, that's all of the shadow and secret admirer, is this person kind of working through this trauma to see if they're ready to actually be with someone in terms of marriage because of their experiences. Like, can they do that? And do they need more time? Not saying obviously we're asking about what's next in love and your crush, but like when you reach that serious stage, right? Like, are they ready to date to marry? That's kind of the question, like, right? Because I know this is brand new for a lot of you. So that's the energy. Now, let me pull this deck that is a little chaotic and see what message we get. Final message. Tell me my final message for my pile 3. What is next in love for them? Very passionate, very fun, in the lightest sense. Long-term, stable. All right. Codependent. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's the shadow energy of what I've been describing. I mentioned like stable, not going anywhere, long game. You do have codependency. And it says, realize you can't change your partner, but you can change yourself by healing your codependency wounded soul. So yeah, I mean, the reality is that is what it is. Because anytime you're playing a long game like that, y'all, with somebody, it is what it is. So like I said, this is upcoming energy. It could be fun. It just depends on cycles and all of the stuff. All of the piles today have had really positive messages. But again, we don't sugarcoat things. We don't hide things. So there's been some shadow aspects. And the shadow aspect of having someone that's committed to growing and evolving with you means that it takes a lot for you to leave each other alone. Right? It takes a lot. And because it takes a lot, because it takes awakening and 10 of feathers for you to leave each other alone, that's kind of codependency, because it's kind of a bit of a lack of boundaries, right? So yeah, that's the energy that's coming in a little bit for you. But it's good, it's passionate, it doesn't have to be crazy as long as you manage yourself, and these readings are not like end all be all fix. It's just mind your energy, okay? The bottom, you have new romance. New love will find its way to you. There's an opportunity to experience a positive new beginning. And some of you need this positive new beginning that's coming through for you. So I love that, especially for my singles that are confirming, okay, is this new? Yes. That said, new romance could still be this stuff, right? Because it's always new, right? Especially after a 10 of feathers. So just be mindful of your energy and who you're wanting in your space. And like I said, those of you, especially when we talk about leading with singles energy, you do not have to entertain past energies, okay? You do not. So doesn't have to be, could very well be new. And even if you're kind of connecting, because I've said it in a previous pile, with some energy that feels history based, it does not mean that this is not a new person. I did mention earlier in your pile, it feels like this person that's coming in, if you're really truly committed to moving to someone new, it feels eerily similar to like someone in the past, right? So just watch that too, because I don't think it's a bad thing, because this person feels somewhat healthy. It just depends on where you fall, but just watch it, because it could be a cycle you didn't close with someone else coming back in a new body. Just watch that. Do y'all spiritual work. I promise I'm gonna do that reading soon, y'all. I really am. That what you need to know, what you need to focus on, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna try to get that out for you guys, just so that you can be ready, because I know y'all love these love readings and you watch it and you support me, and I love it. But y'all need other messages, because it's been coming through heavy in these readings. So I'm gonna try to make sure I do that, but I did want to get this reading out for you guys, so I'm not gonna drag it out any further. I'm gonna close it out right here. Hopefully it resonated for you, pile number 3, and if it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.